camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you stupid anime bitch. Hello, Jew. I'll ban you all. I have psychic powers, and I am controlling all of you. And what I do, I wiggle like this, and what happens is your wallet opens up, and all of your money flies out of your wallet into the sky. And then once again, I open my window with a big bag, big sack of Santa's loot sack, just fills with money flying in there. Ha 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 ha! Ah, money kinesis. I have money kinesis, and I can steal it all. Like. Alive and well in Israel. Fuck you, Phil. You lose. Try again from the beginning. Stop it! Stop! Stop this! Oh my god. Excuse me. Hopefully that helped.
Hello. What is up, everybody on the internet, across the interwebs? How are we doing? It's been a minute. It's been a little bit. Your boy has a job, so he's been working, and he hasn't had time to see any of you. But I came back with the milk, with the rice, and yeah, I'm excited to be back. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Golden Bucket, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you as always. Let me just turn down the gain just a tad bit because I don't want to sound overbearing. But yeah, I think tonight I think we're going to start off with Lolcows. Shocker, I know. And I think we're going to transition into some Palworld because I kind of want to play some Palworld, to be honest. Palworld has been so good, by the way. If you have not played it, absolutely recommend it. It's goofy as hell. I don't know that it's like it's not standard, you know? It's not like the type of game where, like, it's good because it's polished, but it's just a lot of fun. It is so much fun. And as far as I feel, like, Pokemon has a lot of catching up to do in terms of how Palworld is. So, those are my thoughts on Palworld, though. It's fantastic. I love it a lot. But our good boy Harmon Smith, well, not good boy, but our classic boy, I should say, is not a fan. And we're going to listen to a video from him of why he's not a fan. While we're doing that as well, I'm also just curious if Mayo played it. Because Mayo is not. I don't see anything from Mayo on it. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll have to see some other... I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of bad takes, so I'm very curious. So, but we'll start with Harmon. I think Harmon would be a good place to start. Oh, hello, Rice Boy. Hello, BG. What is up? I hope you are well. I hope you're doing great. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. I've been out for a while, but I'm back with the rice. I'm back with the milk. Wait, Harmon did not film this in portrait, did he? What's it gonna take? Huh? Like, God. But yeah, no, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Probably gonna do a video on Harmon. Hell yeah. I'm ready. By the way, BG, I really liked your video. Great first start. I really, really thought you did a great job. What I liked about it was how you just sounded like you've been doing it for a while, which is great. That confidence is exactly what you want. But yeah, I think kind of like I mentioned earlier, we'll cover some Lolcows, and then I kind of want to play some Palworld. Honestly, I think that's kind of the jam for tonight. And of course, we'll cover some of the Argentinian hilarity that's been ensuing over on DSP's channel. Oh, so many fun stuff. So let's go ahead and see what Harmon has to say about Palworld.
Over the past couple of days,
Already hate it, but I just need to fix the audio.
I've been focusing quite a bit of time talking about Palworld. I've been focusing on the game itself. I've been talking about the plagiarism, the obvious, blatant, we know it's plagiarism.
Okay, it's not actually plagiarism, though. Alright, just to get this out of the way. Yes, Palworld looks a lot like Pokemon. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't. I 100% agree that it does. But if you're going to make the argument that Palworld is an exact copy, then you would also have to do the same for Pokemon and things like Dragon Quest. So, yeah, I don't think it holds as much water as we think it does. When I was younger, I pretended to be a YouTuber. It paid off, it seems. Hell yeah, man. Making YouTube stuff is fun. Like, that's honestly the reason I do it. So, a good example of a way... Oh, wait, that's the mods. Here we go. I just kind of want to take a look at a couple of these designs because, yes, there are some designs that look similar to Pokemon. Okay? We'll get that right out of the way. I personally think this is different enough. I don't think that's too crazy. This one, I get. I didn't actually know it had feet, so that does change things a bit. But this one, yeah, this is one of the original ones I saw, and I was like, okay, that looks like Pokemon. But it is different enough, now that I'm looking closer at it. Also, when responding to videos, do you like to do it first take or watch it and respond to it on second watch? That's a good question. Normally for me, I try to do it first take. Every once in a while, you'll get like an editing mishap where it's like kind of your second take. But as long as I know what I'm wanting to say, I normally try to go with that. And then, yeah, pretty much work through it that way. So I'll give my original take, how I feel about it, and if I feel I messed up what I was trying to say, then maybe I'll retake it, but for the most part, what I think originally has been the case. How have the days been? Oh, thanks, Anthony P, for stopping by. Days have been good. I've just been working, having a job, making a paycheck. It feels nice. I cannot tell you how nice it feels to have a job after so long. Is Ricey? It sure is, Psycho. What's up? I appreciate you stopping by, homie. Yeah, no, we're, so, for context here, we're going to watch Harmon's take on Palworld, but I do want to, before we get too far into this video, kind of discuss my thoughts on the whole controversy, I guess. It's really, really, oh, Near, what's up? I got all the bays, all the fam. I love y'all. Thank you for coming by. You enjoying the job? Yes, sir. I am enjoying the job a lot, actually. I won't really say too much what it is, but basically I'm doing like brokering for transportation, and it's really good. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's definitely something that fits me and what I do. So yeah, I like it a lot. Palworld is almost selling well as an actual Pokemon. Yes, it is. In fact, I wonder what we're at right now. Because the fact that it hit number 2 most played is so impressive. I'm gonna start my second channel soon. Hell yeah, I'm very excited about that Near. I've really been counting down to it, honestly. I'm stoked to see. If Palworld devs are smart, they should make it a franchise. They absolutely should. I can say personally, I know we got a few more people in here, so I'll kind of reiterate my thoughts on it. But I personally think that Palworld is what I've wanted from Pokemon for at least the last 10 years. Like, with new hardware, we should have got Pokemon games that feel like this. And this one's really good. I don't really think those look that much alike, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they're hunched over, but like a lot of Pokemon hunch over. This was maybe one of the most blatant ones I've seen, but then again, I mean, it is different. I will say, Palworld definitely has more of an Egyptian style compared to some of the Pokemon it's trying to copy. Like, there's this one, I think, maybe the evolution or de-evolution underneath this one, I think. But it kind of looks like an Egyptian cat, and then if it turns into, like, Anubis, Grizzle, okay. Yeah, that one is a little... You know, I don't know. I guess I've never really seen Electabuzz, but I gotta say, I actually like Grizzbolt better, dude. The amount of people coping about Palworld is funny. Oh, it's hilarious. I think the thing that I have an issue with is it's really not, like, it's not worth getting, like, tilted over. I wouldn't agree with this one personally, because, like, Jolthog is very different than Shaman. So I would not agree with that one. Decidueye, I mean, kind of, I guess. This is the one I see a lot of people talking about, is Anubis and Lucario. But once again, I gotta say, Anubis does have his own flair. I don't know if I agree with this one. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. These designs look similar, right? Like, there's a lot of elements to them. But the eyes, like, a good way to kind of distinguish, and something lawyers are probably going to have to do, is this a parody, or in a likeness, or is it taking an inspiration, or is it a straight copy? If you were to take the Lucario model and trace it over, you're not going to get Anubis. Same with, like, Robinquill and Decidueye, Jolthog and Shaman. Like, you're going to get similar outlines, but you're not going to get the same thing. And I think that's going to be the problem Pokemon's going to have, is, like, I don't know, man. I don't want them to shut the game down. I like the game a lot. But, yeah, I'm curious what he's going to say. It's funny that a game made by 6 people made hundreds of millions of dollars. I know. It's crazy, but the game, it does. We're going to play it here in a little bit. I do think we are going to play it on stream. But it does a lot of things better than Pokemon does, if we're being really real here. Is walking a very tightrope. You know, I don't think it's walking as tight of a rope as people think, honestly. Because, I mean, like, okay, let's go to Palpedia. So, awesome thing somebody made. A big fan of Palworld made basically a Pokedex, right? I want to show you one of my favorites, personally. Palworld has some of my favorite designs between Pokemon and Palworld. Bushi is just straight up badass. Let's see if I can get him pulled up. Let me show you what Bushi looks like. Bushi I unlocked the other night, and Bushi is straight up just a samurai Pokemon. Oh, whoops. Here we go. Dude, he's so cool. Bunty Gunty Harmon Boy. Oh, you know it, sir. You know it. Palworld is cool. Palworld's awesome, dude. I love Palworld. It is so much fun. Bushi is great. There's some really, really good dragon bird type pals that I really, really like. But dude, Bushi is fantastic. I love Bushi. Is Indiana Jones game going to be on your radar? Oh yeah, definitely. I love Indiana Jones. I was a little skeptical about it being first person, but the team, like Machine Games, is really good at what they do, so I think it'll be alright. I'm gonna be honest, that game gives me a violent rage for the fact that it's in first person. I know, dude. I almost immediately, because I have the, I want to get it. I'm probably gonna buy it. And I think I'm also going to try to find a third-person mod almost immediately. Because I really would prefer to play it in third person. Alright. Now that we've talked about Palworld extensively, let's hear Harmon. Because I just know this is going to piss me off.
There is none of this, we can't know for sure crap. We know it's true. I've been talking about that for...
If you want more of a Pokemon-type game, try Nexamon. No, man, I'm good. Palworld does everything I've wanted a Pokemon game to do in the last 10 years. By far. I adore it. Mr. Gamer, what's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Got a cooked lolcow dish for you. Ooh, okay. I'm listening. Feel free. I will. We'll be taking a look at all sorts of
I've been
lolcows.
talking about the reception a little bit. And now that, I've had time to sit down a little bit and, look at, the general state of things and what people are doing...
Okay, that was awful, Harmon. That little laugh. What I hate the most about this video, more than Harmon, more than his, creepy Nintendo-ass dungeon in that dingy-ass shirt, I really hate the fact he's filming in portrait. What the hell is this? Am I familiar with Plagued Moth? Can't say I am. What is this guy? I don't think I know this dude, but he just kind of looks like a lolcow based off of the appearance. That'll be... We might revisit that. I appreciate that. He's a gore reaction content creator? That's a thing? I had no idea that was a thing. Let's see. Dude, that's wild. I didn't know you could even get away with something like that on YouTube. That's wild. Oh yeah, I saw Cold Draven talk about Plague Moth. I'll have to watch some of his videos probably before I watch anything on stream, because if he's a gore reaction channel, don't get me wrong, I like my gore, but oh my god, dude. I don't want to be mean, but when I saw piercings, I'm always very skeptical. I mean, just hearing what he does as a content channel, I mean, it's an interesting concept, but I don't know that he's the person doing it right.
This is, I think, the stupidest thing the YouTube community has ever pulled. Backing an obviously plagiarized shovelware product.
Dude, Palworld is not shovelware. Shovelware would be like... Shovelware would be like something on the Wii, right? Like, you guys ever play Chicken Shoot? Like a game that shows up at Walmart and it's meant to just be literally just a product that you buy because it's a popular system. Like, that's shovelware. Palworld is actually fun.
In an attempt to downplay Pokemon. Because
Yeah, dude, we're down. Like, the people that like Palworld like it because it's doing what we've wanted Pokemon to do for so long. So long.
that really is all this is. That's all I've said. Like, Palworld, the enthusiasm around it is all done out of this
Dude. Oh, wait. Let me finish.
idea that this is somehow going to ruin Pokemon and Game Freak, the biggest game in the world. Oh, Game Freak should be embarrassed.
They should be. Dude, okay. I'm gonna, like, I want to give you an idea. Right? Let's just pull up some Palworld gameplay, okay? What's a good one? Alright. I don't really care about the audio, but alright. Looking good, looking smooth. There's a good thing of being captured. You get an idea of how the game looks, how it plays, right? Dude, every PAL has ragdoll physics. That's cool. It's got multiplayer. You get guns, you get grappling. Like, you get to fight as well. Collecting. It feels a little Zelda-esque at times. Alright. Now I want to show you... I want to show you Pokemon Violet. Like, in terms of I'm talking just raw performance, right? I'm talking just raw performance. What's a good... Okay, we'll just use these guys again. Okay, that's a cutscene, so that don't count. Here we go. Dude. Okay. Jagged shadows, jagged textures, low poly textures, and stuttery performance with a terrible distance. I mean, come on, man. Dude. Okay, by the way, full disclosure, I haven't played Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, but what is this? Sword and Shield looked better, visually. Now, game looks like it's running on a 4090. Dude, this is like... What are these textures? Like, okay, look, I'm not a graphics snob, okay? I'm really not. I'm an art or a graphics person. But it's so beautiful. I love you, Psyche. But, like, dude, this is just embarrassing. The biggest media franchise in the world. Biggest media franchise. Pokemon. $92 billion fucking dollars. And this is what you get. Oh, dude, clipping? What are we doing with the... I mean, come on, dude. Like, again, I'm not a graphics snob, but I am a little bit of a performance snob. If you can't get your game running right, like, there should not be poppin' in this. These textures should not be low poly like this. Palworld looks better on my Steam Deck than this. And it's running on low. If I was a Pokemon, I'd be happy. Thank you, Anthony. That's what I'm saying. If you like Pokemon, I like Pokemon a lot. If you like Pokemon, you should be excited about Palworld. Because, two things. A, it's a good game. It's just a good-ass video game. B, it's forcing Pokemon to do better. Because, let's be honest here, man, nobody has really got Pokemon down. Like, I've never seen a game that's challenged Pokemon do better than Palworld. Not only financially, but just in terms of, like, the gameplay and stuff, you know? Like, this is just embarrassing. Like, the Pals are more expressive than this. And I think that's what's upsetting, is you know how expressive a Pokemon can be. pop in low frame. It's all over. And also the best thing about Palworld is the fact that it's fun. And not 120. Yeah. Dude, $30 for Palworld gets you a significantly better experience than 60 or 70 for this. Okay, so far, that right there is the best, like, screen in the whole game. That's the only thing that didn't look like absolute garbage. $92 billion and still tuning on phone hardware and looks like shit. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather get a hand job than the latest Pokemon game. Oh, dude, yeah. Game Freaks are lazy. They're super lazy. No, like, this is just upsetting, man. Like, there's no reason for a company that's worth is worth basically with their franchise alone $92 billion to be putting out shit like this.
That this game has 2 million players on Steam, right?
Okay, I don't think he's massively underselling this. The only other game that has reached above 2 million players concurrently is PUBG. One time. This is huge. No game has done this in a long time.
Now, or whatever. You know, never mind it released at a lower price point. Never mind that the product is obviously plagiarized. Never mind
it's not plagiarized. It doesn't even play like Pokemon, dude.
it's a flavor of the month game. Never mind.
It's not, dude. This thing is going to get support, and it is going to skyrocket. They already have a roadmap for it. Like, look at this. They're already adding content. Like, they're already planning content. They gave this to us, this early access roadmap, a couple days after the game released. We didn't have to wait for a direct. We didn't have to wait for a video. They're just like, oh, hey, here's the issues we know about. Here's the improvements we're putting. Here's what we're adding. Dude, straight to the point.
Mind that, like, people are only enthusiastic about it because of the Pokemon elements, right? The stuff that was obviously plagiarized from Pokemon. No, let's pretend that this is the biggest game of the year.
I mean, dude, if you're telling me that a game is going to come out this year and not be bigger than this, like, I stumble to think at what game would do better than this, you know? Is it me, or is modern day Pokemon art style kind of stinks? Yeah, it's a little stale for me, personally. Well, obviously he's ignorant. He's a drone. He was obviously dropped on his head. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was definitely coping over Baldur's Gate 3. 100%. Anything that's popular, he just doesn't like. He's trying to be a contrarian. Also, this goes against Pokemon, which is a Nintendo thing, so he's automatically down on it.
We saw something similar last year with Hi-Fi Rush, where YouTubers were, like, gushing over this game.
Dude, Hi-Fi Rush is really good. I'm so confused what his point is with this.
They obviously would not play if it was a Nintendo exclusive, right?
What?
That they obviously would last year with Hi-Fi Rush, where YouTubers were, like, gushing over this game, that they obviously would not play if it was a Nintendo exclusive, right?
Dude, if it was a Nintendo exclusive, I think people still would have been talking about it. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. We're kind of seeing this now with Palworld, right? Where, like, a lot of these YouTubers are coming out saying, oh, I would still be a fan of Pokemon if they would evolve the formula and do something just a little bit different.
Dude, that's exactly the place that most Okay. I am curious if there's a statistic out here for this. If you guys had to guess what the, like, target demographic is for Pokemon fans, what would you say? My guess, Pokemon age, I'm going to guess it's probably millennials. It's probably the people that grew up with it. As of 2021, 48% of Pokemon Go's players are aged 18 to 29. 43% 30 to 49. I mean, dude, proof is right there. No, you're good, Anthony. I can understand, but that's the thing. It's like, the people that like Pokemon, like the target age group, probably like 5 to 12 or like 10 to 14. I think you're right. But the reality is, oh wow, a lot of females. I did not realize that. Yeah, but like look at this, 13 to 17. This is the second to like the lowest demographic, or the second to lowest demographic is the target demographic. Pokemon's main bread and butter for ages is 18 to 50, basically. So he can't just like, you have to grow with your audience, and Pokemon is not growing with their audience. This is why Palworld is doing well.
And then meanwhile, like, they act like Pokemon Legends Arceus doesn't exist. They don't act like this.
I mean, it exists, but it doesn't run well. Like, dude, have you seen screenshots for this game? Like, I haven't played it, once again. I'm not going to pretend like I've played it. But I know it runs like shit. Here we go. I will say, to be fair, it looks nicer than Scarlet and Violet. I definitely think that. But like, dude, these textures are PS2. This isn't like... This isn't acceptable anymore. I also think Pokemon targets special needs people. Well, if we're counting Harmon in that group, then yes. But like, man, it's sad, right? Pokemon deserves better. In this, here's the thing. I don't think this game looks that bad, but I know it doesn't run well. It's like barely 30.
Spin-off games don't exist. They like... Essentially, what I'm saying is that it feels like the people complaining about Pokemon are going to be complaining about it no matter what, right? You know,
Dude, the only reason people are complaining about Pokemon is because they've done the same shit since the beginning. Like, the only change they've made in the last 10 years, minus Arceus, is go to 3D with X and Y. That's it.
I'm an old school fan. I've been dealing with this since, like, Gen 2, right? You know, I grew up being told...
Mark, what's up? It's the crazy people. Hello. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Also, Pokemon Arceus was okay. The only thing I remember from that game is when the almighty Lolly made bone jokes while playing it. Oh, hi, Mark. Dude, but like, I don't get it.
That Pokemon was only good in the first generation, and that only the first 151 were like the real Pokemon, and that everything after that was like fan fiction. You know, I remember seeing like people on forums writing essays on how like everything after Gen 1 wasn't like a real Pokemon. like I could probably dig it up if I really...
No, that's okay, Harmon. You keep that to yourself. I mean, to be fair, though, that's kind of just like the elitist mentality of the Pokemon community from day one. It's crazy that people complain about Pokemon are the ones that buy the games but expect better. Like, bruh, people that don't buy it don't even talk about it. Like, okay, dude, like, the people, a good example, right? The people that buy Call of Duty every year. I enjoy Call of Duty for what it is. I don't necessarily want to change, but if the community at large wanted to change and kept buying Call of Duty every year, then what they're telling the company is, it's okay, you don't have to change. Don't change, in fact. Please, stay the same. Call of Duty has done more innovation in the last 10 years than Pokemon has. Let that sink in. Call of Duty has had more varied and interesting concepts in their games than Pokemon.
Tried, but like, you know, I remember that happening, right? You know, and it became so prominent in the community of people just attacking this brand just because it was popular. Like, how dare you still like Pokemon?
Dude, who's making fun of somebody for liking Pokemon in 2024, really?
You know, people started coming up with a term for it, Gen 1ers, right? And, you know, these people and their typical behavior patterns, their attitudes, the way they went about things, like, the fact that they obviously weren't actual fans and only played Pokemon back when it was popular because it was the new trendy thing and dropped it after it stopped being the new trendy thing.
Dude, I don't think I don't think Pokemon has ever really stopped. Like, let's see, what's a word I'm looking for? Pokemon trends over the years. We should get a graph, I think. There's gotta be a graph. Like, okay, yeah, dude, like, Pokemon cards spiked and have done nothing but gone up over the course of the last, like, 20 years. Pokemon Peak Gen 4-5. Was that Platinum? Because if it was Diamond and Pearl, I agree. Oh, Black and White. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I didn't get to play Black and White, so for me it was Diamond and Pearl, but I understand. Like, I complain every time a new Pokemon game comes out, because, like, why do these games not look better, and these new Pokemon designs straight up have to be designed by... Dude, yeah, I know. Like, have you ever wanted a garbage Pokemon? And by garbage Pokemon, I do mean garbage. What is it? Garbodor? What is it? Garbodor? This is literally just a trash monster. Yummy Cash, what's up? Thanks for coming by, man. I don't think I've seen you here before, but I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much for that. What if Daddy ate you? Huh. I never thought about that. Then I wouldn't be... I guess I wouldn't exist. See, the question is, who's my dad? Did I ever have a dad? Was my dad Mother Nature? Was I just spawned from a grain of rice? These things we may not know. Personally, I like Diamond and Pearl more, but I know a lot of people like Black and White. Yeah, absolutely. Like, when I worked at a video game store years ago, Black and White was, like, super... It was super popular. Everybody was really, really into it. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't mind it. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty cool. I don't necessarily like... what's the word? I don't, like, get super into it, but I do enjoy it. Joel, no, don't come at me with Last of Us comedy in this here, TPG. We don't do that here. The part about Pokemon I liked the most was the trainers, because I found a lot of... Fair enough. Soul Silver is still the best Pokemon game to be made 15 years later. Yeah, that's fair, dude. That's fair.
Right? You know, these people started being a joke in the community to the point where, like, they really...
Man, my guy needs to get some Bosley, because his hair is just... It's just bad, man. Harmon, you need to do better as a human being. Honestly. I got a sudden urge to play golf. Okay. I wanted Joel in one.
Really couldn't get away with their nonsense. Nobody took them seriously. And what's been happening over the past couple of years with Gen 8 and, like, the Dexit thing and...
Listen, when a woman is hot in a game, the game goes up points. I mean, attractive people in games in general, honestly. Baldur's Gate 3 did pretty well.
Yes, and Temtem. Like...
No Last of Us... dude, nothing but Last of Us jokes. Dude, okay, wait a minute. All right, just because you said that... It's hammer time. Dude, I don't understand this. Like, Neil Druckmann out here, like, he got the iconic hammer tattoo from Abby. That's not iconic, dude. If that's iconic, because that is not iconic. All right, she's not a fucking slasher. Dude, nah. Don't even. And that's why The Last of Us is -3 out of 10. Hell yeah.
I'm seeing from people, like, religiously pretending as if every other monster catching game in the industry is, like, somehow better than Pokemon, even though...
Not everyone is. Like, dude, that's the thing. You gotta be distinctive. Like, to what? In what way? Are you talking RPG elements? Are you talking monster designs? Are you talking, like, general concepts? Because, like, if we're talking old school, normal style Pokemon game, I would say Temtem is better. Karlach is... Karlach's pretty cool. I love Karlach. I honestly don't understand the people coming to Nintendo's defense for them when the company has proven time and time again they don't give a fuck about the people that buy and play their games. That's exactly what I'm saying. They don't care. They are a corporation. Their goal is to make money. That is the long and short of it, honestly.
They aren't. Like, what it seems like, it's the same thing over again, right? Where people who don't play the games are complaining about them.
Dude, okay, Pokemon games sell well all the time, and they get complained about every year.
In order to gain an audience of people who want to see the games fail. It is ridiculous to me seeing how many people like just obsessively want to see these Nintendo franchises go under, right? You know,
dude, realistically, who the hell wants to see Pokemon go under? Harmon is, dude, you're such an L. You don't understand anything.
The Act Man, Mudahar, Rage and Golden Eagle, Angry Joe, to name a few, right? Like, it's...
Wait. Was that somebody in the background? Does Harmon live with somebody?
Rage and Golden Eagle, Angry Joe, to name a few.
Was that a fart? Dude, okay, now what is that?
Ridiculous to me. Seeing how many people, like, just obsessively want to see these Nintendo
There's definitely something, like, running in the background.
franchises go under. How many people, like, just obsessively
You hear that little, like, white fan noise?
want to see these Nintendo franchises go under.
Listen, I think this dude straight up farts.
Right? You know, the Act Man, Mudahar, Rage and Golden Eagle, Angry Joe, to name a few, right? Like, it's crazy seeing people push the...
This dude... My man farted.
Eagle, Angry Joe, to name a few, right? Like, it's crazy seeing people push these insane narratives that, like, Pokemon ripped off Dragon Quest.
Yes, they did, dude. They so did. Well, it could be T2. I mean, it's very possible it's both, honestly. Pokemon Dragon Quest. Okay, you look at this and you tell me. Because if this doesn't get a pass, or sorry, if this gets a pass, so does Palworld. Like, okay, this is literally just, was that Ghastly, I think? That is straight up just Ghastly. This is straight up just Psyduck. I mean, that's basically just horizontal pincher. Should I respect the fact he didn't do a second take? You know, we'll give Harmon that small W. I think, I mean, Harmon doesn't really deserve any W's, but I guess we can give him one. Can we just come tonight to the conclusion that every game and every piece of media has taken over some level of inspiration? Hell yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. But, like, yeah, dude, I mean, look at this shit. That's just, like, a more traditional-looking Gyarados. 100%. And this came first. Years before Pokemon. I think about, like, 10 years, actually. I mean, that is just Caterpie, dude. Like, yeah.
Like, what? They don't look the same at all. Like, when you compare...
Wait, is this the sound of his camera lens, maybe?
The Palworld designs to Pokemon, you can see, like, what assets they ripped and what they applied and stuff like that. Like people are doing, like, investigation work, like, proving this, right? Like, we've known that since the beginning. But...
Dude, it sounds like a drill. Is somebody drilling into Harmon's apartment?
But, like, here these guys are, you know, on Twitter, Pokemon doesn't own animals.
Yeah, dude, they don't own animals. Dude, alright. We can settle this one now. Alright. Pokemon does not own the copyright to a sheep. Yeah, does it look similar to this? Yes, it does. Does it matter? No, because it's a freaking sheep at the end of the day. I thought that was like some rumor. Oh, that's possible. I guess I didn't think about that. Yeah, no, I agree. Dragon Quest art style is really, really good. It's really, really nice. To be honest, though, I love Land Ball. Land Ball's great. The fact that I know these things' names is great. Oh, my man Lift Monk over here, looking like Blade. I love it. His girlfriend's getting that Robo BBC. If you mean his AI.
You know, and then they post that, like, stupid Dragon Quest image where, posting monsters that look nothing like Pokemon.
But they do look like Pokemon. Dude, they look like Pokemon.
Like, yeah, they're, like, based off the same animals. But, like, if anything, it's weird that they try to do that. Because they're trying to showcase that, like, Pokemon ripped off Dragon Quest. But in reality, like, that is a good example of how...
The sheep in Palworld is pretty cute. Hell yeah, dude. Land Ball is great. Big ups to my man Land Ball. Big ups to my man Lift Monk. What's another great one? Oh, dude, the alpaca. I love the alpaca. You can ride him. There's some really, really adorable ones in this that I really, really love.
Different artists can make the same animal look, right? Because, Digimon looks different, Yu-Gi-Oh! Looks different, Dragon Quest looks different, Pokemon looks different, right? They all have their distinguishing art styles.
Palworld looks different, too.
Right? So the narrative that Mutahar came up with, that, like, you can only draw a wolf one way. Like, how do you know it's plagiarized? Like, it was completely...
Also, the stream is lagging a lot. I don't know if it's my phone or your stream. Ah, damn, man. I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping it wouldn't do that. And I don't know why it does that either. Because I have... What do I have it on? Maintain smooth streaming. Dude, that's so weird. I don't understand. I got it on ultra low latency. And I should be... Let me check one thing real quick. I feel so bad, guys. I apologize for that. Let's see if I can give... Yeah, it's on high priority. God. I apologize. Let me adjust real quick and see if this makes a difference. We'll bump it up a little. You guys can tell me if that makes a difference. If it does, cool. Otherwise, I do apologize.
Complete nonsense, right?
Sir Rice, lower your bitrate or something, or break your router and send it to Musk. Dude, honestly, yeah. I don't know why it does this. Let me try. Nah, for real, the lag is bad. Okay. All right, let's just try this. We're lowering the bitrate. We're gonna see if we can get something a little more smooth. I feel so bad, guys. I do apologize. I appreciate you bearing with me. Okay, let's see if this... Alright, actually, we're going to drop this one more time. Okay, let's see if this doesn't...
It was an excuse. It was a justification as to what's happening. Oh, yeah, Moist Critical, the most boring man on the internet. Yeah, he... how dare people criticize me for enjoying a video game? A game that's obviously derivative of other properties, a game that's uninspired, a game that people won't even remember, like, 5 years from now, right?
I mean, I definitely think people are going to remember this, like, 5 years from now. Definitely. I mean, it doesn't just reach that amount of people. Bro, like, straight up, some of the pals, the straight up Pokemon with different colors, you know what's crazy? As long as they still made the models themselves and didn't straight rip them from it, it doesn't matter. That is very, very true. Because it comes down to semantics with this type of thing.
Right? Like, how dare people criticize me for enjoying this obviously plagiarized project? Hey.
It's not plagiarized.
Genius. You...
Oh, God. The idea of him calling anybody a genius. You guys will have to let me know how the lag is, if that helped at all. I do apologize once again. I'm really hoping that that helps a little. It's fine. Streaming and technology can be a bitch sometimes. It really is, dude. The problem is I think where I live doesn't allow me to go any higher with, like, I think I have 40 or 50 megabytes per second, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't allow me to go any higher, which really is a pain in the ass sometimes.
You can like bad video games, right? Like,
Palworld's not a bad video game, though.
there's nothing stopping you from like playing these weird knockoff properties if you want, but don't you dare come out and try to say that it's wholly original, that it's nothing like the product it's ripping off.
But it does not play like Pokemon. It plays like what people wanted Pokemon to be, but it does not play like Pokemon.
It deserves to exist. That it's like
It does deserve to exist. Harmon, if we're talking about things that don't deserve to exist, you might be on that list, good sir.
Objectively a good game, right?
What's your bit rate? I lowered it, so I had it at 5,000 originally. I lowered it to 3,500. So my internet speed is 40 megabytes per second, I think. I don't remember download and upload specifically, but I'm pretty sure it's 40 megabytes per second. But yeah, I lowered bitrate to 3,500.
That's another aspect of this that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, is that like the gameplay itself isn't original either.
I mean, it's not original, but who else has made a game that plays like Ark or Valheim with Pokemon? Nobody has done that.
Right? It's taking elements from Fortnite and Genshin Impact and
Genshin Impact. I mean, maybe a little bit of like the art style, I guess. Although I would say the art style grabbed more from Breath of the Wild, so I mean, you could trace it back there.
Ark Survival Instinct, right? Like nothing about this game is original. Right?
But okay, here's the thing, though, dude. Like all those elements blended together is kind of what makes it original, though.
Right? In any way, shape, or form. There's no creativity. It's like it's slop, basically.
It's not slop.
To quote Vosh. And I just don't see the vast majority of YouTubers like talking about it. All they're doing is like appealing to popularity. Like, oh, look how successful this game is. Yeah, because it.
Jakey, what's up? Thanks for coming by, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, he's coping mad hard. He can't stand that it challenges Pokemon. And it's okay, dude. Like, it's healthy to have competition. It really is.
It plagiarized the most successful brand on the planet. And you are actively working to try and get as many people on board with that as possible.
I mean, we didn't... Okay, who, though? Because, like, it kind of did it by itself, dude. There's 1 million people playing it right now on Steam alone. Most critical, the most boring man on the internet, said by the man on the on the ghosting couch in his shirt that has never been washed. It's a little better. Okay, good. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Once again, I do apologize. I'm really, really trying to figure out a solution to get it to stop lagging as much as it is. I don't know why it's doing that.
Right now, the YouTube community is legit trying to defend plagiarism.
It's not plagiarism. Lag is still there, but it's watchable
They
now.
are
Okay.
legit
Thank
trying
you, Anthony.
to
I appreciate it.
damage control the fact that this company, Pocket Pair, ripped a bunch of Pokemon models, reassembled them, and then packaged them in a completely different game, and are trying to pass them off as like completely original creations. Actually, they're not even doing that, because like it's clearly meant to be like one of those Chinese bootleg products. Like you know how like they would have like back in like the 2000s, how you would have like those like terrible knockoff VHS animated movies of like popular films, right? Like it's a lot like that, right?
No, it's not, though. Watch it because they like his... Yeah, dude, yeah. Most Critical's not boring. People they like his vibe, they like his take, and that's pretty much the end of it.
Right? Stuff that like really shouldn't exist. Stuff that exists to like take advantage of people who like may be like vaguely aware of the brand.
Definitely better. Okay, good, dude. Thank you. He's one to talk about objectivity. I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, Herman, you have objectively bad takes 24/7, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And don't necessarily know like what the real version of it is, right? Like Palworld, you know, the fact that like so many people are so defensive of this game is embarrassing, honestly. The fact that so many people are going to bat for it is embarrassing. And I think it very strongly indicates the mindset that these people are in, right? That they need to keep the discussion about Nintendo properties negative.
Dude, I don't understand how he constantly thinks somebody wants to attack Nintendo. People like Nintendo. People just want Nintendo to do better. Because when Nintendo gets lazy, they are at their worst. Wii U, prime example. Switch came out. Switch gained Nintendo a better reputation. Things went good. Years went by. Nintendo didn't do anything. And we're kind of back to, if they don't change something soon, we're in Wii U territory. That's just that's the name of the game.
And that has been the realization I've had over the past couple of years, is that the YouTubers are starting to ramp up like the anti-Nintendo propaganda. You know, they're not covering Nintendo products. They're writing them all off as bad. They're calling them boring. They're calling them uninspired. You know, like how many people tried to say they didn't care about Mario Wonder before it came out, right?
Well, yeah, dude, people... Okay, well, first of all, I don't know that anybody actually said that, but second of all, I mean, no offense, but up until Mario Wonder, did Nintendo really do anything different with 2D Mario outside of Mario Maker? Not really. Alistair, hey, sorry I'm late, was watching an episode of Has Been Hotel. Hey, man, no worries. I appreciate you stopping by, good sir, thank you.
How many people tried to say that, like, Tears of the Kingdom was just a rehash of Breath of the Wild, right?
I mean, I gotta be honest, Tears of the Kingdom didn't jive with me, and I loved Breath of the Wild. I think it felt too much of the same.
You know, how many of them came after Fire Emblem Engage? Or, like, Advance Wars? Like, there are a ton of people doing that. You know, like, I'm seeing people saying that Advance Wars killed the brand, right? Like that's just such a weird thing to say.
Killed what brand?
Considering the brand has been...
Oh, wow, the stream is so far behind LML. Oh, no, you're good, man. You're good. I apologize once again. I really don't know what in the hell my internet's doing, but Yo, you're good, man. I appreciate you being here regardless.
Stagnant since the mid-2000s, but, like, oh, this remake is gonna kill it. Like, really? Really? Like, and again, I think this is a really interesting situation because it really showcases the problems with the PC gaming community and the
Whoa, dude. What does this have to do with the PC gaming community? It's on Xbox, too.
YouTube sphere, right? Because they're not interested.
Who are we looking at today? We're going to look at Harmon. I think I have a couple other lolcows I'd like to check out real quick, and then I think we might actually play some Palworld.
Interested in actually presenting and talking about like interesting, fun games, which are getting made all the time, getting released all the time. They're interested in promoting slop. They're interested in promoting a bunch of brands that they themselves are the primary kind of arbiters of, right? That these are the brands that like highly rely on them for marketing, and the brands that like might give them kickbacks or might like rely on them for promotions and stuff like that. Like more and more, like Nintendo is obviously not needing them, just like they don't need traditional game journalists. So
what?
They're really getting upset at Nintendo. They're really trying to come after like all of their brands and do everything possible to pretend the games aren't good, the hardware isn't good, Nintendo isn't worth supporting. You should support this shovelware knockoff property instead.
Nobody is saying you should support Palworld over Pokemon. They're just saying if you ever wanted the ideal Pokemon game that you've wanted for a long time, this is it.
Because it's just better, okay? Like, let's ignore the fact the game isn't good. Let's ignore the fact that it's, like, obviously a ripoff. Let's pretend...
Less people defending than people attacking the game. I mean, at least in the vocal sphere of it, yeah, definitely.
Pretend it's better than the actual thing. And yeah, this is very typical for them, right? They did this a lot in like the mid 2000s with like Zelda and stuff like that. How many times did we hear that like Dark Cloud was better than Zelda or something? You know, Akami.
Who in the hell ever said Dark Cloud was better than Zelda? That's a totally different game, dude. That's a JRPG. Who the hell is talking about Dark Cloud?
Darksiders, right? Until Breath of the Wild came out, that was like very, very typical. Like Dark Souls, right? Skyrim, right?
I mean, yeah, Dark Souls was doing Zelda better than Zelda for a while. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. That was very typical. That was a very typical way to dismiss Zelda, was just say that like, oh, everything else on the other consoles is better. You know, Mario got slammed for a long time. You know, like even now, you're still seeing people try to say that like the new Super Mario Bros. Games are bad.
They suck. They're not objectively bad games, but they are objectively uninspired games. Sorry, I gotta go have fun stream. Hey, no problem, Anthony. Thanks for coming by, good sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming by.
I've been talking about that a lot. And that's a mindset that's like slowly starting to die away. Like, there's only so much you can do. You know, you can attack a brand or franchise while claiming to be a fan of it before your audience starts flipping and starts saying that, like, well, they're making real improvements here. They're actually making real changes. They're actually, like, evolving, doing better, right? Like, what's going to happen if Gen 10, like, doesn't have the same kind of issues that Gen 9 allegedly had, right?
What do you mean allegedly, dude? There are so many issues with Pokemon in the modern day. I mean, Griffin Gaming cared for Wonder, and we all know his opinion is... Yeah, dude. Your Discord invite is showing as invalid, by the way. Oh, damn, man. I'm sorry. Let me snag you one real quick. I'll drop it in chat. Apologies for that. I don't know why... Man. Just when I think I got stuff working right, dude. You know? Just when I think I got it working right, it doesn't want to work. OMG, any wrestling fans here? Alright, that should work. That should give you an invite to the Discord, my friend. Thank you for wanting to join, by the way. I appreciate that. Vince McMahon out at WWE and UFC owner TKO. Nice. Jake just landed. What's up, man? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. Give you a little hype. Thank you.
Like, what if Gen 10 comes out and is like, you know, a radical departure from previous generations, right? Like, even with Scarlet and Violet, it felt like the narrative that Pokemon wasn't evolving had kind of fallen apart.
But isn't that kind of ironic, though, that Pokemon isn't evolving? I mean, realistically, isn't it kind of weird? They're not really evolving. They're just treading water, man.
Right? Like to me, it feels like at this stage that the Palworld thing is being produced by, being pushed by people who don't actually play Pokemon, right?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think that I would say that that's kind of true, but kind of not true, because people that like survival games are jumping on this, and people that like Pokemon games are also jumping on this. So I don't think it's exclusive to one or the other.
Right? Like, the issue is that it's Pokemon fans versus, like, people who hate Pokemon, right? Like, people who are actively working to try to undermine the brand.
I mean, to be fair, though, like, I know a guy at work that does not like Pokemon at all, and he likes Palworld. And he's got friends that don't like Pokemon, but they like Palworld. Like, I think it appeals to more because it's not just Pokemon.
Every possible opportunity, right? And, like, I don't...
There's a giant lawsuit saying Vince was doing... Ooh, that's rough. Unfortunate for Vince McMahon. Or, I guess, the people that are victims, I guess. I'm not entirely sure on the situation.
I don't think this is sustainable. Like, I think in supporting this obviously plagiarized product that's not going to remain relevant for very long, I think pushing this nonsense is really going to come back to bite them. Like,
bite who, though? Because, like, Palworld is pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's not really combative unless you are Pokemon.
I think this is going to straight up kill their credibility because they fought like tooth and nail to try and convince people that, like, oh, Pokemon is an original. Pokemon isn't that great. Like, Nintendo fans are only upset at Palworld because Pokemon is the only thing they play. Meanwhile, like, Nintendo fans are talking about, like, Dragon Quest monsters, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like,
Dude, what is he doing when he pauses? His brain really has to, like, get that gear working.
we have a lot of other Pokemon alternatives, right? Like, if anything,
Also, Mario Wonder had no advertising, and he wonders why no one... that is a very, very fair fact. Thank you for bringing that up. Like, people... That's the thing, though. Like, people... Well, not people. I guess Harmon, specifically, is just... He's very brain dead when it comes to these situations because he acts like what he says is true without doing any research. And it's really a fault. Like, it's a big fault for a lot of that.
Pokemon fans are like the group of people who are like pushing that stuff the most. So like the idea that people are salty at Palworld simply for like being a Pokemon, like no, that's not the issue. Like the issue is that it's a blatant ripoff.
But it's not. Look at this smug ass face, dude. I don't like this. But like the thing is, it's not. If it was blatant, like to be completely honest, if we want to get really like into the weeds here, I think Temtem's more blatant. Like, look at Temtem and you tell me which one is more of a blatant ripoff. And to be fair, I like Temtem. But, I mean, this is just Pokemon with a different, like, color palette. And I guess, I mean, different monsters and stuff, you know? But there's a lot of really neat elements about Temtem that Pokemon doesn't have. Like, interconnected world with different players running around and stuff. It's a little bit like Digimon meets Pokemon, and it's really cool. But, like, to me, this is more blatant than, this is more blatant to me than Palworld. Like, I really think so. Like, these little openings and stuff. Yeah, to me, that's a lot more blatant.
Right? That's the real problem here. I've said this several times, but I think it needs to be repeated again. If Palworld came out on Switch, the exact same game.
I think if it came out on Switch, people would be super stoked about it, honestly.
Exact same mechanics, exact same everything. Like, everybody would be making fun of it.
No, I don't agree with that. People are not making fun of it because the gameplay loop is not Pokemon.
Right? Everybody would be calling it trash. But because it's a PC exclusive, because PC gamers think they can...
It's not PC exclusive, it's on Xbox.
Weaponize it against Nintendo and use it to prove that the Pokemon company is out of touch and doesn't know what people want, like, they are going to endorse it. They are going to fight religiously to keep this thing relevant for as long as they possibly can.
Whatever. Okay. Well, hey, if you're curious... If you are curious, where was it? I saw it earlier. You can actually buy a plushie of what's his name? Buzz. Shoot, what's his name? I gotta think of what his name is. I can't think. The big yellow guy. I don't know his name yet. God, where is it? Palworld. Let's just look up Palworld plush because there's already Palworld plush. Dude, you can Grisbolt. There we go. You can already get a Grisbolt t-shirt or a plush, so it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. All right, whatever. We're done with Harmon. Ugh, what a guy. What a guy that Harmon. Let's see. Who should we check next? You know what? I think we should do Dreamcast Guy. I don't think we've ever done Dreamcast Guy here. Man is definitely a lolcow, but I don't know if we've ever done him. So let's see what he has to say about Palworld. I don't think it's going to be anything intelligent. Okay, here we go. Now, Dreamcast Guy is not the worst, but he has a lot of clickbaity titles, and a lot of the times he doesn't actually do any research in what he's actually talking about. So a lot of his stuff is very, it's very off the cuff, but not in an intelligent way.
What's up, Gabriel? Dreamcast Guy here.
Okay, I gotta speed him up. I can't listen to him. He doesn't breathe through his nose ever, so he talks like in the back of his mouth. It's just like, I don't mean to shame or anything. It kind of annoys me.
Talking today about the biggest game in the world, Palworld, a game that initially, when it was revealed, was just joked about as being Pokemon with guns. Well, it launched in early access and has somehow completely taken over the planet. It is immediately one of the biggest games of all time. On Steam, on Xbox, I mean, I don't even understand it, but I want to talk about it because
I don't understand how he doesn't understand it. It's very simple. 1K subscribers really went to his head, huh? I guess so, dude. I guess so. Oh, wait for Harmon. Yeah. Dude, no, yeah, I know. You hit 1K and you automatically think you're God or something. I don't get it, personally. It's weird. It's really kind of annoying to me that Harmon has more subs than me. By the way, not being like, oh, dude, give me more subs. But it's crazy to think that, like, I've been doing this. Well, I guess Harmon's... Okay, to be fair, Harmon's been on here longer than me. So I'll give him that. But yeah, crazy.
people seem to be a bit upset by its success and are now accusing it of stealing.
I don't like...
Let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you can like everything in the entire world, so I'm going to keep making content and I hope you guys enjoy it, but let's have fun today. So this is Palworld. It is literally surpassing every possible concurrent player record. It's passing sales records. In just a couple days, it's now reached 1.5 million concurrent players on Steam. It's already sold 5 million.
Oh, dude. I don't like the fact that he tries to have, like, these clickbaity-looking faces in every video. It doesn't do anything. By the way, that number is now, I think, 8 million? It's possibly more, but I know it's at least 8 million.
Million copies in the first 3 days. Truly, it surpasses expectations, but even, honestly, logic. This game...
How does it defy logic, dude? It's not hard. People want an open-world Pokemon game. There is not an open-world Pokemon game, not to the degree of Palworld.
Looks funny. I mean, I'm not going to say it looks bad or anything, but every time I see gameplay, it's just Pokemon Fortnite. You beat people up.
Okay, I understand where people are coming from with this Fortnite comparison, but it's literally just similar. It's not the same.
You capture stuff. You can see this person here. This is some Sharako gameplay. You know, it's Pokemon, but with extra crafting and stuff. So it's kind of a survival game. It seems fun. I don't like survival games, which is the main reason I haven't been playing it. But what's crazy to me is that people seem to be completely angered by the success of Palworld. This game has actually completely exploded The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, any other game that's possibly being talked about.
Who the hell is talking about The Last of Us 2 Remastered? Dude, okay. I can tell you right now, Palworld is way bigger than The Last of Us is ever going to be. Bro, just because a game has high sales and a high player base on PC, it doesn't mean it's exclusive. Yeah. And not only that, it doesn't mean, like, there's no reason to be mad at it. If you're mad at it, maybe you should expect more from the game that you like, you know? He seems to think Baldur's Gate 3 is PC exclusive too. That's really, really dumb. That's really dumb, unfortunately. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's PC-centric. Dude, that's the one time I can say DSP actually said something correctly over Dreamcast Guy. It's PC-centric, but it's definitely not exclusive.
All the oxygen has completely been sucked out of the room in favor of this, and it's brought about an interesting bit of pushback, particularly from Nintendo fans. Now, I'm not going to claim that all Nintendo fans are bonkers or that they're overly defensive, but there has been this...
This is coming from a Sony pony, so, okay.
Group of Poke fanatics who seem to be a bit pissed about the fact that the designs are similar. Nintendo people are brain dead. That's a sheep. Have you seen a sheep? Okay, so...
I mean, I gotta agree. Like, they got a very fair point, though. It's just a sheep, dude. The eyes are different. The mouth is different. The nose is different. The horns are different. The ears are kind of the same, but those are sheep ears. And this is a little bit, not wider, but a little bit longer. And then this is more of a circle.
Let's break down why this controversy is actually happening. Apparently, the director of Palworld did an interview a couple years ago where he discussed the...
Hold up, I gotta refresh the stream. I'll be back. Okay, no problem, man. I really do apologize for the lag. I don't know why it's doing that, but I do appreciate you hanging with me. Thank you.
idea of AI art. He discussed the idea of ripping off Pokemon. He said he had a chance to do a special conference with Nintendo where some Nintendo developers were talking about how they make games, why their games sell so much, and he said that I was turned off by Nintendo because they focus on uniqueness. That's really what he said. So people have taken...
I get what he means, though. You know, like, I understand it. It's okay to be unique, but is it okay to be unique at the expense of every experience? I don't know about that.
Taken this interview and kind of blown it up. Now, I don't even blame people for jumping to conclusions. I mean,
You don't blame people for That's the problem, though, dude. You're not holding people accountable for what they read. You're not letting them think critically. You're just like, oh, yeah, they're right. That's not okay.
Pretty strong statement of looking at the success of Nintendo and saying, oh, they're too focused on good ideas. Bit of a strange statement, but now everybody is accusing them of not just ripping off Pokemon, but doing AI art to generate all the designs in the game.
So, my boy Grav, shout out to Grav, if you follow him. He's a fantastic creator. He mentioned earlier in a video I watched of his that a couple years ago, when Palworld was being worked on, AI art wasn't even prevalent. It wasn't really even commonly used. It was only within the last couple of years that it was. So even if it was used, it would have been no more so than to just do touch-ups.
And the director has straight up said, no, we didn't copy it. I could stand by this in court.
Okay, to be honest, though, when you're doing a game that looks like this, I totally believe that you would be constantly going over things to make sure that you're in the clear.
I'm not sure if this is actually going to turn into a court case, but honestly, I'm getting to a point where I wouldn't be too shocked by it. I have seen some takes like this.
To be honest, though, I kind of thought it was going to turn into a court case before it released, but now that it's released, I don't think it should.
By Synth Potato, I haven't played Palworld yet the insecurity over its over-defensiveness of Nintendo fanatics is really something. Palworld is as much of a copy of Pokemon as Lies of P is a ripoff of a Souls game. Too many of y'all are just serious. Too many of y'all seem just furious that someone made a game better than Nintendo.
I mean... Ooh, ow. Shoot. But that's the thing, though. He's not wrong, dude. This game plays better. It runs better than the last two Pokemon games. Three Pokemon. Jesus Christ. It runs better than the last three Pokemon games.
Now, some people are praising Palworld even if they don't play it because it's actual Nintendo competition. The last couple Pokemon games have not been the best. Sword and
The last three Pokemon games.
Shield was called lazy and overly slow. Obviously, Scarlet and Violet had such bad performance issues, they had to go into the code and remove Pokemon in the open world so it'd run it better than 15 frames a second.
Ugh, that's awful.
Some people are saying competition is what Nintendo needs most. More people making games that are cutesy and cool and fun. That way they'll finally have that fire under their ass.
No, it's not just that, dude. Like, more people need to challenge... When Nintendo makes a good game, typically there are a lot... it's a pretty standard genre, right? But the creature collecting RPG genre is kind of niche. Mario's not niche. Mario inspired thousands of platformers, okay? But Pokemon, like, outside of Temtem, there hasn't been a good competitor, and Palworld is one of the first to actually do it.
I think of it that way. I think that this is cool that people are actually discussing the idea of making a Pokemon-style game that isn't just Pokemon. I do hope this encourages Game Freak or other studios that are making collect-em-all-style games to make a better product instead of just making something that's quicker. Now, I did see this. The level of lies and general slander being thrown at Palworld because Nintendo fanboys can't handle Pokemon having competent competition is absolutely ridiculous. Community Notes has been lacking on a lot of these posts, spreading straight-up misinformation as well.
I mean, 100%. Mischief is right on that. I don't always agree with Mischief, but Mischief is absolutely right on that. It's literally a lot of pointing fingers and saying for sure when there's no for sures.
Don't believe the lies that Palworld is using AI-generated art. Liars are claiming that Palworld used art based on a post made by their CEO. The problem is he was talking about BuzzFeed using AI to...
No way it'll turn into a court case. It's different enough to not be considered plagiarism. I agree. I wonder if it would, only because of how Sue happy everybody is. I wonder, the one thing that might stop it from that is because Pokemon is a Japanese company. The reason I say that is because they have a very different business mindset with like the way they handle things. They're not as Sue happy as the US, so there is a possibility of that. But yeah, I don't know. I agree though. I don't think it should go to court at all.
Create Fakemon, not Pocket Pair's staff. Now, I have seen all these tweets. Essentially, it's the people saying, hey, AI-generated stuff is fine, but he's not saying AI-generated video games are all right. Honestly, I think Palworld looks fun. It looks different. It looks like a game that's trying something unique, and it managed to nail it. It's Pokemon with guns.
I mean, to be honest, though, let's call Nason a spade here real quick. You don't get the guns to, like, high level. I freaked out when I got a musket because it was the first gun I got. Like, a musket is the first gun you get. I made a little shoddy handgun last night, and I'm at level 25. Like, yeah, it takes a while to get to the Pokemon with guns part.
And crafting, and building, and base construction. Does this look like Pokemon to you? To me, it absolutely doesn't. I guess my final thoughts on this are the fact that we need to be more open-minded to companies trying weird, derivative stuff. Anybody who's been alive for 1,000,000 years like I have has probably heard...
I mean, you look like you've been awake for 1,000,000 years, but I don't know about alive.
Back in the day when any first-person shooter was called a Doom clone. When any open-world action game was called a GTA ripoff. Sometimes you gotta be able to imitate to create. Not just boomer shooters, not just knockoff Final Fantasy RPGs and stuff. You need to be able to think outside the box. And sometimes that means playing with the rules you know best. Rip stuff off, cheat, steal, come up with some great ideas, but make it fun. I don't know, these are just what I've been thinking. What...
Does this man really just go, oh yeah, just cheat, steal, it's fine. I mean, dude, alright, look. Once again, call Nason a spade. It looks like Pokemon. It's not Pokemon. That's it.
You guys think about Palworld, and what do you think about this controversy?
Ugh, dude. I really wish you would not pronounce his consonants like that. Maybe that's like a weird language arts thing for me, but I'm not a fan of that. Alright, what other lolcows we got to look at? I did see one thing that was kind of funny. That might be worth looking at, actually. So Cyrax became a VTuber? I don't know if you all saw that. Oh, excuse me. My God. Yeah, this is kind of funny. This is funny. Let's check this out real quick. Cyrax became a VTuber.
So it's understandable if the viewer audience is halved by this point, but we got to start peeling back some of the layers here to try and understand what the hell is going on. He is using a voice changer that is basically incomprehensible half the time when he speaks. Don't know what the hell he's talking about. Maybe it's because I don't play kid animated gaming game. God, that sounded like a boomer. Stupid old man. Shut up over there. This and he were cool together. This. Not putting on sense games. I'm gonna sort of snap back into combat is very assets to you. I gave to do with that. I can never the Cyrax smell. You're able to.
And somebody tell me why she was like horror from Avatar.
Okay, here we go. This is just really, really funny, honestly. Cyrax being a VTuber.
Please tell me that. Why does she look like Korra? This is too weird. I'm the Avatar! Hear me! I'll burn you alive! Yeah, get firebit! Get burn my firebender! You ever heard fire breathing dragons? Well,
You could just so tell it's him.
a fire breathing avatar!
Oh, I really have it. It's so funny how you can tell it's him.
Like I said before, I'm the Avatar! Hear me!
Chance, have you ever heard of taking a steel metal-shaped L that has bolt-action capabilities and pressing it against your forehead because you're forced to listen to this abomination of a crisis? And later, let's go try. It's after percent.
I am a fire eco after all. I do like setting people on fire! Oh, new system! As always, stay positive, stay fun, and stay perfect. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Bye.
And while you're at
Jesus, dude. Cyrex is still the goblin of the internet and always has been. Ugh, what a man. I know the other guy. Here we go. Yeah, so Daniel Larson
Here and get a motel
at the mall.
room for safety tonight. And then go live and explain what happened and get pictures of the guy for evidence. And Bob refuses to even do that, which means I can't do my own safety for my own job. So basically Bob is the reason why everything keeps falling apart with the Vanderwalls. At this point. Bob lied. There.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to just click on lemurs. Daniel Larson. Mall, maybe? Daniel Larson really freaked out here. Where is it here? Okay. Alright, we'll check out lemurs real quick. So, dude brought like some nasty smelling stuff and dumped it on Daniel.
Wait, that's right.
I'm gonna slow this down just a tad bit. Daniel goes on a spree.
Dude's freaking out. Holy shit! Hey, someone get security. This guy's freaking out. So, hey, this guy's freaking out. Someone get security. He's knocking shit over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, back up. What the fuck are you talking about? You re-
I don't fucking care. You're going to jail. I know security here.
That's great.
Fucking murderer.
What the fuck? I think this, bro, you better get someone. This guy was like freaking out on me. I was following him and he's like freaking out on me.
God.
You better back up, Daniel.
Dude, Daniel's looking rough.
This fucking homeless harassing me, bro. Get him away from me. Shut the fuck up and leave them all, you piece of shit.
Bro, this manufactured bullshit, it's
The crackhead. Absolutely the crackhead. Absolutely.
probably the
crackhead.
worst kind.
Okay, I think all that's just commentary. Yeah, dude. Do you know the crack?